Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. My name is Dan W. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. Today I'm going to do another rewind review, and this is where I go back and revisit some figures of the past and review them for the channel. Now, as I mentioned on the previous one, I'm going to do these sporadically as and when, but it's no surprise as in front of me we have the 2012 Epic Heroes Wave Dr. Doom, or Dr. Dooms. As you can see, there are two in front of me. This one here in the white is the variant figure that got released in the UK, and it is the Future Foundation Dr. Doom. This one is the normal Dr. Doom in his more classic green sort of cape look. And I'm only going to keep one of these in my collection. So which one shall I keep? Shout out your answers now. Green one, I hear you say. Then green one I shall keep. Yeah, I'm only going to open one of these figures. The other one I'm going to sell on so I can keep buying more figures. And I'm going to go with the classic green looking Dr. Doom. I do think Hasbro are going to give us a more updated one in the future. But for now, apparently this is a really good one. So shout out to whoever I got this from. I can't remember, I think it was an Instagram seller, as I couldn't get my hands on it in the UK, but very happy to have it. So I am going to be opening this guy up, reviewing the figure, and also doing a Who Is He segment for Dr. Doom. So stay tuned for that. So as always, let's start off by looking at the packaging. This is a lot different packaging than we get these days. Probably would be better if we got packaging like this in this day and age, as you wouldn't get those terrible figure swaps. But unfortunately, you get no Build-A-Figure piece, you just get this terrible sort of in-connecting stand, which was a cop-out by Hasbro in my opinion. But luckily, the Marvel boom has come back thanks to the popularity of the films, and now they have more money in their budget to create more figures. So very grateful. Make sure everyone who hates the movie figures, you have to be grateful to how successful the movies are, because that is the reason that we're getting all these comic book and movie figures this day and age now, is because the comic book world is alight in pop culture. But enough of me babbling on. Here he is, and I do like this packaging. Very good artwork, Dr. Doom, Marvel Legends, and the Epic Hero sign there as well. So on the back, you get a picture of all the other figures in this wave, including US Agent, Marvel Knights, it says Marvel Knights, but it's obviously Punisher, a classic looking Iron Man, and we are getting an updated one of these in the new vintage wave that is coming out very soon. Obviously Dr. Doom, which we've got there, an X-Force Deadpool, but they did have a UK red variant of that Deadpool as well, which I did manage to pick up. And then also it says X-Mutants, but that's obviously Mystique in a more modern looking outfit. But as you can see on the back is Dr. Doom in the artwork. Shout out to whoever did the artwork. I don't think it mentions on the box who actually did the artwork, but it is very nice nevertheless. Maybe I'll build a throne as well for my Dr. Doom when I get to it. But yeah, there's the packaging, looking very good. Very happy to have this figure. I was after it for a while, as Dr. Doom is probably one of the best Marvel villains out there. You can quote me on that. So yeah, without further ado, people, let's open Victor Von Doom up. Pow! The Doctor will see you now. He is very impressive, people. I know this figure is really old and probably a bit outdated, but I'm not disappointed at all. Like, when I took this out of the box, the articulation's there, the detail's decent enough. I do think this will fit seamlessly into your sort of modern collection, especially from Hasbro. Really liking this figure. I'm definitely glad I opened the green one as well. It's definitely got his more iconic Dr. Doom look. He comes with obviously a gun that he's holding it in the packaging, and he also comes with this builder piece. Let's not review that. But yeah, this Dr. Doom is impressive. Cape comes off. Looks like a bit of a weird robot without the cape. The cape does make him look a lot more menacing. But as I said, the articulation's there. Holds the gun very easily. He also has this holster for the gun. Goes in there, fits snug. And then you also have the little holster hook. So it goes through there, so it stays in. As I said, articulation is all there. Not double jointed elbows, but not necessary, I guess. They would have been better with double jointed, obviously, but there's enough rotation there. Obviously, his legs is hindered a little bit by his sort of skirt piece, but no double jointed knees. I guess that's the downfall. No double jointed knees or elbows. But again, he is wearing like some sort of armour So you can't blame him for having a little bit of hindered articulation. But yeah, he's looking really good. I guess they're little jetpacks. Someone who reads the comics thoroughly will be able to tell me. And the head sculpt looks really good as well. I will zoom in and let you have a closer look at that head. So there's a closer look at the head without the cape, obviously. And what I really, really like about this figure is the head sort of can come off. Well, not the head, but the mask can come off. So obviously very good comic accurate metal plate there, the gold sort of end bit in the mouth. And yeah, he's got his gold grills. And then there we go. We reveal Dr. Doom to actually be Deadpool. Wade Wilson. No, I'm only joking. This is obviously the scarred up face of Victor Von Doom. But it does very much look like the unmasked face of Deadpool. So I might try that head on this figure when I come to do comparisons. But still, I think that's a nice touch. They didn't have to do that. Obviously, this helmet piece is a separate piece. And yeah, it looks very menacing. I like it a lot. Sorry that it keeps going out of focus. But yeah, there you go. Fits on there like a jigsaw piece, nice and easy. But I like how you can see the human eyes in the actual metal plating. Very, very good. But it looks a lot better when his cape's actually on. He looks like a lot more menacing now. The cape is very, very good. Adds that much needed look. So as I've mentioned, I really do like this figure considering its age. As I said, this is nearly 5 years old and it still holds up quite well with the modern Hasbro figures. Yes, it lacks articulation in some key places like the double elbows and double knees. Also, I've noticed there's no ankle pivot, so when you're trying to get him in some more dynamic pose, it can be a little bit awkward. But again, considering its age, I do think this is a decent Dr. Doom. You can get him in some decent poses, no doubt. Regardless, I like the detail. They could have went with a very flat green, but you can see darker shades of green and black on the sort of dry brushing, so you can see the details in his cape. Yes, a cloth cape would have been better, but this is Hasbro. They don't do cloth clothing. This isn't the Black Series, people. I like the gold belt buckle with the D. I also like the leather style belt and harness. I like how you can take the mask off. I like that the gun's there. So I do think this figure is very good. Yes, he looks like the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz without the cape, but it is accurate to the comic book style. So for anyone who doesn't know, let me try and explain to you why I think Dr. Doom is one of the best villains in this little segment I like to call Dr. Doom. Who is he? So this is the part of the video where we ask the question, who is he? And I try and give you a little bit of information on the character that this figure is inspired by. So, Dr. Doom. Who is he? Real name Victor Von Doom. He's one of the Marvel Universe's most menacing villains and is best known for being the nemesis of the Fantastic Four. First appearance was way back in Fantastic Four #5 in 1962. And since then he continues to be a threat to the Marvel Universe. He is the leader of fictional nation Latveria, and he has mastered both science and magic as a genius scientist inventor and a sorcerer of the black arts. While studying in America, he met Reed Richards, and this is when they began their rivalry. This is also when he started building crazy inventions. It was using one of his inventions, traveling through dimensions, he scarred up his face, and since then he has hidden his face and wore his Dr. Doom armor, which enhances all of his abilities. His only weakness could be his ego, but as a dictator of a country and a master of both science and sorcery, who can blame him? So there you go, I hope that helped. Again, I do not claim to be an expert, but it is nice to have a little bit of information about the characters that these figures are inspired by. Now, first up, here is Dr. Doom compared to a couple more villains in the Marvel Universe, including Loki here, and then also Taskmaster. I picked Taskmaster because he has sort of the same sort of style armor figure, so maybe some customizing can be done there. But he stands taller than both of these figures, maybe not including Loki's horns, but yeah, very menacing amongst your average Marvel villains. Here he is compared to another one of my favourite villains in the Marvel Universe, and it is Red Skull, of course. And here is Red Skull as Iron Man from the cartoons, I believe. But what's interesting is, in the comic books right now, Victor Von Doom is actually the infamous Iron Man, and he is going around wearing his own version of the Iron Man armour. So maybe some customizers out there can get a little bit creative with this version, paint him green, maybe, I don't know, and make him the infamous Iron Man. I'm not very good at customizing, so I'm not going to attempt it, but yeah, just thought that would be a little fun Easter egg if anyone could do that. But yeah, in the comic books right now, Victor Von Doom is the infamous Iron Man. And lastly, of course, here he is compared to his nemesis, the Fantastic Four. Well, at least the members we have so far. These are the re-released versions that are Walgreens exclusives. Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. Hopefully, we're going to be getting The Thing, Ben Grimm, and Mr. Fantastic Reed Richards very, very soon. And we can have these battling on a shelf. I believe we're going to get Kree soldiers and Silver Surfer, and maybe a Build-A-Figure Galactus down the line. Who knows? But I still need to get the original Build-A-Figure Galactus as well. But yeah, these are three are going to be posed on the shelf together for now. But yeah, looking good. So final thoughts, as I've already mentioned many times in this video, I do like this figure, but that's taking in consideration his age. If this figure come out now, then maybe I'd have more complaints, but I do think the pros outweigh the cons on this figure. As I said, considering it come out before the recent comic book boom. So yeah, really like this figure. Glad I got it. Glad I opened it in the green as well, because it is the more iconic look. And I'm not very familiar with the storyline for the Future Foundation. But for anyone interested, there is no differences apart from the white outfit. The white outfit is the only difference. Other than that, all the features are the same accessories, same face mask that comes off. It's just, it doesn't have gold bits, it has silver bits, and the outfit is white. But other than that, it's the same figure. But the green one's going to be on my shelf. So yeah, like this figure. I hope you enjoyed this rewind review. If there are figures from the past that you would like my my opinions on, then please let me know, and if I can get my hands on it for a reasonable price, then I will do it. But for now, I'm just picking up old figures in the past that I needed for my collection, and then throwing out a review on a throwback Thursday every now and then. But please let me know in the comments what you would like to see. But until then, people, hit that like button, and I shall see you on the next one.